So my post bags are going to go a little bit out of order because this one's going to go up before another one where I complain about not having this. So if you get confused, don't worry about it. I'm just going to be posting this one first because I'm really excited and I want to open this right away. And so I'm going to go ahead and do it now. So this is my LED driver, my new LED driver, and I went ahead and invested in a high quality one. So let's go ahead and open this up and have a look at it. Quite a bit larger than I was expecting. So I went ahead and invested in a good LED driver. Now this is a Meanwell PLM40-500, as you can see there. So it's got a 40 to 80 volt output with a maximum of 40 watts of total power. It's also constant power, so the voltage and current fluctuate so that there's always 40 watts going out of it, which is really great for LEDs because their forward voltage characteristics can change as well as their current consumption. So that's pretty cool. It looks fairly simple. I kind of want to pop it open to see what it actually looks like on the inside. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we've got the AC in on one side with some really tight screws, good grief. Yeah. There we go. We'll just unscrew that. Said something about an easy, I'm going to use a larger screwdriver. Put that one away and get this one out. Said something about easy screwless wire attachment, but I'm seeing some screws here, so I'm wondering what it means by that. I'm sure we'll find out once I take this cover off. Oh yeah, so it's got these little push button. You stick the wire in there and push it down, and then you can see some teeth here, and then it looks like it's got an adjustable wire gauge thing there, so it clamps down on whatever wire you put inside there, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and open up the other side here. I'm going to have to change the way I do my lights. Currently I have them running in parallel, but they're 36 volt lights, which means that the output of 40 volts on this is a little high for them. Oops. I may try running it on 40 volts just to see if they're okay. I mean, I do have 2 extra panels. But if I run them in series, then their total forward voltage is going to be 70 volts, and then it can do 70 volts at 40 watts and everything's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pop the case open here. Oop. Might be a little challenging. We'll see what kind of components it takes to make a proper LED driver here. Just a few moments. There we go. Now I'm going to have basically no idea what's going on in here. We've got some discharge tracks here. If the voltage spikes too high, there will be arcs across these little pointy bits here. I'll zoom in so you can see those. And then we'll do a quick focus. Yeah, you can see it looks like teeth here. That's so if the voltage arcs really high, instead of pulsing through the circuitry and destroying the circuits, it just grounds itself across these slots here. And the points make it so that the arc will have a, it'll perfored across those. This is probably support circuitry for the buck regulator, probably. And then all sorts of stuff going on here. I'm not going to even pretend that I know what's going on this side. But we got some, see, this is the this is the DC side, so we've got some huge capacitors here that are all in parallel with each other. So big tank, big reservoir here. Looks like a common mode suppression choke here to reduce interference. Some big old heat sinks on some sort of component here, probably a MOSFET maybe. Some very redundant decoupling between the high voltage and low voltage sides. Anti-tracking slots, anti-tracking here on the transformer. And it looks like a bunch of filtering and all sorts of other components here on the other side. I don't even know what's going on this side. But here's another suppression choke here for reducing EM interference, which is the problem I'm running with my current power supply. Looks like maybe a gas discharge. Something here, another inductor, a bunch of resistors. There's some components on this that I've never seen before. There's a diode here with a little ferrite bead on the end of it. Yeah, there's a lot going on in here, so hopefully this will solve the interference issues with my LED driver, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. We'll just put that back together real quick, like that. Come on, go together. Why aren't you going together? Oh, bugger. Come on. What's going on here? Ah, there we go. Alright, so that's back together. I'll leave the caps off because I'm going to be needing them off in the near future anyway. So, with all of that out of the way, let's see what's in this thing. And it says 1 resistance. That's probably some resistors that I ordered for some project or another. Ah, it's, which ones are these? These are the 103, so 10K potentiometers that are going to be for the Wien-Bridge oscillator. Still need the op amps for that though. Anywho, that's about it for this video. If you haven't already, consider clicking here to subscribe. Right over here is a video that YouTube thinks you'll find interesting. Right here is the Postbag playlist, and right here is a link to Patreon, which you can use to help me buy things and do stuff on the channel. So thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.